Six Flags is about to announce some massive changes to Kingda Ka, and the coaster will never be the same again. The world's tallest coaster opened in 2005, and it seems Six Flags may have something shocking in store for the coaster's future. Kingda Ka's 20th anniversary is in 2025, and there's something major going on with it. This coaster has a very uncertain future, and there are many factors that threaten the existence of Kingda Ka as it is. Great Adventure has a plan for this coaster's future though, and it will likely look very different than it looks today. Six Flags may be about to make one of the riskiest moves in the chain's future, all while Kingda Ka's fate is hanging on the line.
128, 3.5, 456, 0. 128, 3.5. Memorize these answers because once you ride Kingda Ka, the tallest, fastest roller coaster on Earth, who knows what you'll remember.
Kingda Ka opened in 2005 as the world's tallest and fastest coaster, and it cost Six Flags a whopping $25 million to build. The coaster brought in visitors from around the world to visit Six Flags Great Adventure as people desperately wanted a chance to experience the thrill of the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. With this coaster coming up on its 20th anniversary though, a lot has changed. First of all, Kingda Ka is no longer the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. It lost the speed record a couple of years ago, and it's now losing the height record to Falcon's Flight at Six Flags Quidia. The park could very easily keep Kingda Ka running as is and market it as the tallest and fastest coaster in North America instead of in the world. That's the most simple option for this coaster's future, but there's a lot of other things that lead me to say this is a very unlikely option. Kingda Ka will very likely be changed in some way over the next few years, and I doubt it will stay the same way for much longer. With the Six Flags and Cedar Fair merger, you really can't ignore what Cedar Point did to Top Thrill Dragster when considering Kingda Ka's future. Top Thrill 2 was a major investment for the Cedar Fair chain, and if it succeeds, there will likely be a push to do the same to Kingda Ka. The hope for Top Thrill 2 is that it will be more reliable than ever, thereby increasing capacity as the coaster will be open all the time instead of constantly breaking down. The coaster also now offers a longer ride experience with the new swing launch. It's possible that Six Flags goes this route in the next couple of years, and if Top Thrill 2 is really successful, I can definitely see this happening to Kingda Ka. The only question then is Kingda Ka so unreliable that the park will be willing to pour in millions of dollars to change up the ride experience? If Kingda Ka is reliable enough, it might be worth it for them to leave it as is and put the money towards a different brand new coaster. Kingda Ka is definitely more reliable than Top Thrill Dragster ever was, especially being that it was built later. Intamin had already learned from some of their mistakes. It is possible that the chain will feel that doing the Top Thrill 2 treatment to Kingda Ka is a waste of money. Still though, I think this is a very big possibility, and if Top Thrill 2 is successful, I would not be surprised to see this happen in 2027. Another possible option Six Flags has when it comes to Kingda Ka is to upgrade the launch system. This would very likely swing the launch system from the current hydraulic launch to an LSM launch, which will be a lot cheaper to maintain and overall a lot more reliable. Six Flags would likely be able to do this without any layout extension, as Kingda Ka's launch track is much longer than Top Thrill Dragster's was. If needed, they could let the launch continue up the top hat, which is something we know Intamin is capable of, as they do that with their new vertical LSM launch coasters. Six Flags is also on good terms with Intamin, having most recently worked with them for a new water coaster at Six Flags Over Georgia for the 2024 season. If Six Flags wants to upgrade Kingda Ka without throwing a ton of money at it, this is the best option. It wouldn't cost as much as a new coaster, and they wouldn't have to rebrand the entire coaster like Cedar Point did with Top Thrill. This move would help reduce maintenance costs while keeping the popular Kingda Ka as close as possible to what it originally was. I think this is a very possible option, but there's another very interesting thing Six Flags may have up their sleeve. There's been speculation over the last few years about Six Flags potentially demolishing Kingda Ka, and I do not think that's a likely scenario at all. The coaster is a staple at the park, and it's not like they are landlocked and need to remove coasters. Six Flags Great Adventure has hundreds of undeveloped acres at the park, and it would cost them an absurd amount of money to remove a coaster like this, which is something that would make absolutely zero sense from the park's perspective. Kingda Ka will definitely be staying at Great Adventure for the next long time, and if it doesn't get a new launch system or the Top Thrill 2 treatment, there's something else I think still has a 95% chance of happening to this coaster. Kingda Ka is located in the Golden Kingdom area of Six Flags Great Adventure. This area of the park is one of the nicest areas from any Six Flags park, in my opinion, and it's getting close to 20 years old.
A golden kingdom has been discovered at Six Flags Great Adventure. A land of mystery, a land of intrigue, and rising above it all, the tallest, fastest roller coaster on Earth, Kingda Ka. You will hit 128 miles per hour and soar 456 feet in the air. It's a whole new great adventure.
The area could really use a spruce up, and I definitely think that's coming to the park very soon. Kingda Ka's paint is fading and its area isn't looking the greatest. For 2025, it looks like Six Flags is going to be giving Great Adventure another new coaster where the old arena stands near Medusa. The park was originally planning to open this major 2025 coaster as their next addition, but when the chain received a last-minute deal on a Vekoma boomerang that was supposed to go to another park and got cancelled, they decided to purchase the new generation boomerang and give it to Great Adventure for their 50th anniversary in 2024. From what it looks like so far, it seems the 2025 coaster is still in the works, and markings have even begun to show up in the area. If you want to know the latest with everything at Great Adventure, my good friend Hollywood Studios has the best Great Adventure content on YouTube, and he's even interviewed the CEO twice. Give him a sub if you enjoy Great Adventure news, and once you're at it, subscribe here too. Six Flags Great Adventure is in a rapid investment phase, and the chain is investing a record amount of money into this park to get it looking the best it's ever been. The park was just renamed Great Adventure Resort, and it seems there's a lot in store for the future, but that's a topic for another video. Great Adventure likely will want to do a massive spruce up to the Kingda Ka area, and depending on the layout of the new 2025 coaster, I see that happening in either 2025 or 2026. I feel like 2026 is more likely, and I think we'll see a major repaint to Kingda Ka and a couple of rides and attractions scattered throughout the area. I also think they will finally connect Zumanjaro to the park by filling the area in between Kingda Ka and Zumanjaro with a couple of new rides and maybe even a family coaster a few years down the line. Kingda Ka is not going anywhere anytime soon, but it will likely look very different as early as 2025 with a brand new repaint and redo of the Golden Kingdom. It is possible the ride's launch system gets upgraded or even the layout extended, but regardless, I think a repaint is coming in the next few years, and it's gonna bring the park up to a whole new level. Great Adventure's 2025 coaster also looks awesome, and it may even be the best and most expensive coaster in the park's history. Great Adventure isn't even the only Six Flags park getting a massive 2025 coaster. Click here to find out the 4 Six Flags parks that look to be getting major coasters for 2025, and you wouldn't believe how much money the chain announced they are spending on these awesome new attractions for 2025.